Today, we're digging into a fitness system that really makes you stop and think. It's built around one big question. Are you just working out, or are you actually training for life? We're going to break down the Muay Thaibata system, a whole new philosophy from Aaron Vaverka's Evolution in Motion manual, and it's designed to go way, way beyond the gym.
So let's start with that question, because it gets right to the heart of everything. It's such a powerful way to look at it, because it speaks to that moment we've all had, right? That really frustrating point where you just hit a wall, the fitness plateau.
And yeah, that plateau, that's our starting line. It's that feeling when your progress just grinds to a halt. Suddenly, the motivation you had starts to fade. So, what's really going on there?
Well, the system's creator, Aaron Vaverka, he saw a major problem. He realized that a lot of instructors were just, well, they were stuck in a rut. This led to training that was not only repetitive, but honestly, it was boring for students. And this isn't just about your body getting tired. It's that mental and emotional burnout that kicks in when your routine feels stale.
So, how do you smash through that plateau? Well, the system brings in a whole new philosophy. And it's not about just throwing more exercises at the problem. Nope. It's about completely rewiring the way we think about training in the first place.
The whole system really hinges on this one simple but kind of profound idea. It switches the focus from what you're doing to why you're doing it. And that little shift right there, that's the secret to unlocking motivation that actually sticks around. And here's what that looks like in the real world. Somebody might say their goal is just to get in shape, but if you dig a little deeper, their real why is to blow off steam and manage stress after a long day at work. Or maybe they say they want to lose weight, but what's really driving them is the desire to feel confident and at ease in social situations. When you tap into those deep down reasons, the training becomes personal, it becomes powerful.
To make this happen, the system uses something called the point A to point B method. It's pretty cool. You start at point A by looking at the whole person, not just how much they can lift, but their lifestyle, their stress levels, their psychology. Then you help them build a really clear vision for where they want to be, their point B. The training program then becomes the custom-built bridge to get them from A to B. It's a completely personalized journey.
Now, this philosophy isn't all just about mindset. It's got deep roots in the science of movement, with a laser focus on one thing: training smart so you can train for the long haul. And here's a critical distinction the system makes that honestly, anyone who trains needs to understand. And it's this: not all injuries are created equal. Getting this right is absolutely fundamental to your long-term health. Think of it like this: a muscle injury, like a pull or a strain, it stinks, but it usually heals up completely. The muscle adapts, it rebuilds, it gets stronger. But a joint injury, man, that can be devastating. That can lead to permanent, lifelong problems. That's exactly why this system is so obsessed with smart programming that protects your joints. It's essential if you want to stay active for life.
And the science of recovery is taken just as seriously as the workout. The system is all about activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is basically your body's rest and digest mode. This is our natural healing state. And the philosophy is dead simple. If you don't flip that switch and get into this state, you never truly recover. And if you don't recover, you can't make progress, period.
All right, let's talk about fuel. You can have the best car in the world, but without the right gas, you're going nowhere. A high-performance system needs high-performance fuel. This brings us to our fourth pillar: fueling the modern warrior. The approach to nutrition is every bit as strategic as the physical training. It uses what's called periodized nutrition, which basically means your diet changes to match what you're doing. So, when you're in a base-building phase with high volume, you're going to need more calories to support all that work. But then, as you get closer to a competition phase, your nutrition shifts to fine-tune your body for peak performance. It's a dynamic system, not just some static, one-size-fits-all diet.
And this is a perfect example of how the system makes complicated science super practical. Take hydration. Forget all the complex formulas. It gives you two dead simple checks. First, weigh yourself before and after you train. That tells you exactly how much fluid you lost and need to replace. Second, the color test. If your urine is pale yellow, you're good to go. If it's dark yellow, you need to hydrate. Easy, effective, and you'll actually remember to do it. So, what happens when you put it all together? You've got the mindset, you've got the science, you've got the nutrition. You arrive at the system's ultimate goal: training for life. And this, right here, this is the big idea. The goal isn't just about becoming a better fighter or getting six-pack abs. It's about training the whole person.
blending the physical, the mental, and the nutritional to build things like resilience, discipline, and self-awareness that you carry with you long after you leave the gym.
But let's be real, this isn't some magic pill. The manual makes it very clear. True mastery never comes easily. This work requires dedication. This is a commitment. It's a process that builds you up from the inside out.
So, we'll finish where we started, with that same question. What could you achieve if your training wasn't just a workout, but a system for your entire life? Because when you finally connect your physical effort to a much deeper purpose, you're not just building a better body, you're building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. And that is the real evolution.